For the greater number of her 29 years, Bibi Haldar suffered from an ailment that baffled family, friends, priests, palmists, spincers, gem therapists, prophets, and fools. In efforts to cure her concerned members of our town brought her holy water from 7 holy rivers. When we heard her screams and throes in the night, when her wrists were bound with ropes and stinging poultices pressed upon her, we named her in our prayers. Wise men had massaged eucalyptus balm into her temples, steamed her face with herbal infusions. At the suggestion of a blind Christian, she was once taken by train to kiss the tombs of saints and martyrs. Amulets warding against the evil eye girded her arms and neck. Auspicious stones adorned her fingers. Treatments offered by doctors only made matters worse. Allopaths, homeopaths, Ayurvedics. Over time, all branches of medical arts had been consulted. Their advice was endless. After x-rays, probes, auscultations, and injections, some advised Bibi to gain weight, others to lose it. If one forbade her to sleep beyond dawn, another insisted she remain in bed till noon. This one told her to perform headstands, that one to chant Vedic verses at specified intervals throughout the day. Take her to Calcutta for hypnosis was a suggestion others would offer. Shuttled from one specialist to the next, the girl had been prescribed to shun garlic, consume disproportionate quantities of bitters, meditate, drink green coconut water, and swallow raw duck's eggs beaten in milk. In short, Bibi's life was an encounter with one fruitless antidote after another. But then a new treatment was prescribed for Bibi, the most outrageous of them all. One evening, on her way to dinner, she collapsed on the 3rd floor landing, pounding her fists, kicking her feet, sweating buckets, lost to this world. Her moans echoed throughout the stairwell, and we rushed out of our apartments to calm her at once, bearing palm fans and sugar cubes and tumblers of refrigerated water to pour on her head. Our children clung to the banisters and witnessed her paroxysm. Our servants were sent to summon her cousin. It was 10 minutes before Haldar emerged from his shop, impassive apart from the red in his face. He told us to stop fussing, and then with no efforts to repress his disdain, he packed from her into a rickshaw bound for the polyclinic. It was there, after performing a series of blood tests, that the doctor in charge of Bibi's case, exasperated, concluded that marriage would cure her.
What won't be cured must be endured. Bibi has caused enough worry.
Yes, added enough to expenses, sullied enough our family name. But Haldar and his wife thought otherwise. Immune to her fancies, indifferent to our fears, they conducted business as usual, stuffed together in that cosmetic shop no bigger than a wardrobe, whose walls were crammed on 3 sides with hennas, hair oils, pumice stones, and fairness creams. Besides, who would marry her? The girl knows nothing about nothing, speaks backwards, is practically 30, can't light a coal stove, can't boil rice, can't tell the difference between fennel and a cumin seed. Imagine her trying to feed a husband. They had a point. Bibi had never been taught to be a woman. The illness had left her naive in most practical matters. Haldar's wife, convinced that the devil himself possessed her, kept Bibi away from fire and flame. She was not allowed to watch television. Haldar assumed its electronic properties would excite her, and she was thus ignorant of the events and entertainments of our world. Her formal studies has ended after the 9th standard. Things had not been so bad for Bibi before her father died. The mother had not survived beyond the birth of the girl. In his final years, the old man, a teacher of mathematics in our elementary school,